Looking to play as Luke Skywalker in Star Wars Battlefront 2 in 2025. These are going to be the star cards I recommend for you guys. I'm just going to go through every single card and tell you which ones are kind of glitched and which ones are worth using and not, because there's a lot of weird cards with Luke, so I kind of want to just let you guys know which ones work and which ones don't, and which I think you should be using at all times. First card, Epicenter. Now, the big thing with this, it does do the 40 damage through a block, so if there's a saber like Vader standing next to you within the radius of half, it will actually do 40 damage through his block, which is good in duels, because you can stop their health regen or finish them off they're really low. But for me personally, there's a lot of situations where I feel like I don't really ever use this, mostly because they're not either low enough to either kill them, or because I'm fighting, because I like to play heroes versus villains. I still do Shiro Showdown when I will use this in Showdown sometimes, but in 4v4, really don't need it that much, so I don't really recommend it. Trooper modes, it's okay as well, just because you can kill troopers easier. But again, I just think there's better options. But if you do want to use that over the other one I'll talk about, then you can definitely use this one. Now, this is a big one I've seen people using. I wish this did actually work because it would be super nice. But all this does is give you the stamina drain increase and actually doesn't affect your blaster shots blocking at all. It literally makes no difference how accurate they are, so don't even use it, it's broken. Now Luke's probably his best card, either this or Jedi Fighter. Intensified, 36 extra lightsaber damage. He's up in the 170s per swing, and then to the back it's even more. So yeah, this basically makes Luke a damaged monster. If you get a ledge kill as well, this will instantly max it out. So if you're playing on Bespin or Naboo or something like that, where you can push people off. Obviously, it isn't the nicest way to play, but if you get the Intensify out of it, definitely do it. Be able to get that damage. Obviously, stronger push. Don't really ever recommend using it. You don't need it to push people or ledge people if you're really trying to. Russian Mini, this is one I currently do use as well. Just because Luke's main thing that it's kind of his one weakness he has is that his health regen total isn't very high. It's one of the lowest in the game, so being able to take a little bit less damage after doing a rush or something like that. Obviously, be careful when you're doing your rushes. You don't want to get parried or anything like that when you're doing it, which is what a lot of times when I play Luke players, I wait for him to do that, double parry that, get another hit on him. So you kind of have to be smart when you use this. If you're trying to run away from someone, like a shooter, if you get a big group of enemies showing up and you're trying to get away and you're getting shot at, then obviously this can help take a little less damage. Or if you're in a 1v1 or any sort of situation, a little less damage for Luke is just always nice. That's currently why I use that. Jedi Reflexes, you don't really need the third rush, in my opinion. I don't think it's really that important. If you want to stack it with Rush Immunity, you definitely can. But I just think there's better options. Now, my second favorite card, Jedi Fighter. I feel like once you get used to this card, it's super hard to go away from it. Because it helps you with blasters a ton. If you're playing against Bobas, Phasmas, Idens, anyone like that, it's just really nice to have that. And the melee strikes, obviously you can spam a little more with Luke, and really can't really notice his stamina go down too much with this card on. So that's kind of why I do recommend it. If you're in a duel, you don't really need it as much. If you're playing trooper modes, you probably don't really need it either. But as far as HVV, definitely a really nice card. Especially when you're trying to fight multiple enemies. Extended push reach, don't really need it. His push is pretty far already, so you can kind of use it in the right situation, not have to worry about having this extra range. Because the extra range, all it's going to do is push him further away. Well, not really push him further away, but you'll be able to push him from further away, so they'll just go flying, and you can't really do extra damage unless you get a lunge, which I think, in most situations, you want to use your push when you're going to get a lunge, so you really don't want to use this, because there's no point in pushing someone just so you do not do extra damage. Same thing with Repulse. Knock them down from a further range. It can be nice to help out teammates. In Trooper modes, it's probably a decent card. I never really use it in Trooper modes myself. But the 30% area is definitely noticeable, especially when you combine it with Epicenter. It makes the half radius a lot bigger. But again, I just don't think it's worth 2 card slots for that ability, because that ability does leave you very vulnerable. I can't tell you the amount of times I've been bossed and shot a Luke in the head after he does his Repulse or anything. So definitely don't think it's worth it. But as far as my 3 favorites, it's going to be these. Honestly, in Trooper modes, Jedi Fighter is still good because of blocking the blasters, so if you even want to use these 3 in Trooper modes, it's not a bad option. But if you want to swap it out for something like Epicenter, you definitely can. Other than that, I think those 4 are kind of the main ones I'd stick to. The other ones really aren't worth using, in my opinion. So hopefully this helps some of you guys out. If you want to use my exact cards, this is what I currently am using with my Luke, so be sure to copy these. And